He cheated. He lied. He drained my savings. And when he left, he said one thing that stuck with me forever. You were just a stepping stone. That's when I decided if I was a stepping stone, he was about to trip over the wrong one. Asterisk, the night was heavy with tension as I stood in the shadows, watching him through the window. Mark, my former partner, had always been charming and deceitful, but tonight he wore a mask of triumph. He'd just signed a lucrative deal that would secure his place in the industry, and in the process, he had destroyed my career. I remembered the day it all changed. I had trusted him with everything, my ideas, my ambitions, but Mark had taken my vision and twisted it into something that suited him. When the announcement came, it felt like a knife to the heart. He thought I was finished, but he underestimated me. As the weeks passed, I plotted my revenge. I immersed myself in research, gathering evidence of Mark's unethical practices. I discovered that he had cut corners, lied to investors, and manipulated employees. I wasn't just going to expose him. I was going to take everything he had built. I reached out to a few former colleagues who had been wronged by him. Together, we crafted a plan that would unravel his empire. Each piece of information was a thread, and soon we would pull it all apart. Asterisk, I started my campaign quietly. It began with subtle hints, a whisper here, a nod there. Mark remained blissfully unaware, basking in his newfound success. I watched him celebrate in the office, laughing with his new team as if he had never betrayed me, but I was always there, lurking in the background, collecting more evidence. Each day, I felt the tension in my chest tighten as I prepared for the climax. I wanted him to feel the fear I had felt when he destroyed my dreams. Asterisk, the day of reckoning arrived unexpectedly. I had set up a meeting with the board of directors under the guise of discussing future projects. Mark was confident, dismissing my presence as irrelevant. As the meeting unfolded, I presented my findings, emails, documents, testimonies. The room fell silent. The air thick with disbelief. Mark's face turned pale as the truth surfaced layer by layer. He tried to defend himself, but the evidence was irrefutable. Asterisk. It was then that the board turned to him, their expressions a mix of shock and betrayal. I felt a rush of satisfaction as he realized that his empire was crumbling. Mark had thought he could destroy me, but I had been his shadow, waiting patiently for this moment. Do you see now? I said, my voice steady. You thought you ruined me. But I was quietly watching and waiting. Asterisk, the fallout was swift. Mark was ousted from the company, his reputation in tatters. I had regained my power, but the victory felt bittersweet. I had succeeded in my revenge, yet I couldn't shake the hollow feeling inside. In the end, I realized that the best revenge was not just in ruining him, but in rebuilding my own life. I started fresh, focusing on my true passions. As I walked away from the chaos behind me, I felt a sense of peace. The shadows that had haunted me were finally lifting, and I was ready to embrace the future one where I controlled my destiny. Asterisk,